Welcome to Playa del Carmen, Mexico. Purpose of this video is to go out for a walk and check out the beach conditions. It was brought to my attention last week that there's been major beach erosion here in Playa del Carmen, Mexico. As a result, I went back and I checked out pictures from this beach exactly a year ago. The difference is shocking. Welcome back to my channel and welcome to Playa del Carmen, Mexico. Just for context, we have a map here and I'll circle this section right here. This is at the end of Avenue Constituente, right in front of the Hilton and the Hyatt and the Wyndham Ultra. Let's go. Good morning from Playa del Carmen, Mexico. Another beautiful day here. We are at the end of Avenue Constituente. It is 9:15 in the morning. I said last Saturday that I would be out here at sunrise to make sure I knew what the beaches truly looked like before people started cleaning up the beaches. Now, I said that last week, and what I've learned over the last week has changed why I'm here today at 9:15 as opposed to 7:28, which is sunrise today, I believe, in Playa del Carmen, Mexico. Now, there seems to not be a problem with the seaweed, but there seems to be a problem with beach erosion. I was made very aware of that last week when I came down and did my first walk down here. So what I have done is I have pictures from exactly a year ago, almost to the hour, of these same beaches and what they look like to prove, confirm, or deny whether there has been beach erosion. That's the purpose of today's video. Now, we see the Altamar kiosk there. The ferries are now stopping at the dock here at the end of Avenue Constituente, but we're going to turn to our right and we're going to look at this beach right in front of the Wyndham Ultra. There is the beach, and I'm going to give you the picture from last year, the exact same time, and there it is. So let's study this picture right here. That is a year ago, exactly to the day, almost exactly to the hour, and we're going to go back to today. There it is. Now, without me getting some sort of measurement out there, look at all this rock. That was all beach. That guy out there on those rocks, that was beach. Now, how many feet, meters is that the beach erosion has happened over the last year? You've got the Wyndham Ultra there, a beautiful 5-star, all-inclusive, adults only, and the beach is gone. I'm gonna come over around, just give you one more view at this, but there is the Wyndham Ultra, a beautiful resort, supposedly one of the top 5 resorts in Playa del Carmen. But when you look at what's the room like, what's the food like, what's the beach like? And there is the beach. I am going to say minimum 10 to 20 feet of beach erosion has happened over the last year, and I will be keeping an eye on this in the next couple of months, along with the seaweed situation. But if you're coming down to the Wyndham Ultra, you've lost half your beach right there. You've lost a whack of your beach, and I don't know if I'm going to keep an eye on this each week now. I don't know if a lot more is disappearing each week, because I just got here last week and took my first video of it, but I know compared to last year, huge difference. Now, I'm going to come over to this side. I'm also going to give you a picture from a year ago, exact almost day and hour, to give you a difference. So I'm going to look at the water looks good, but I want to say there's the beach. And I'm going to give you a picture of exactly the same beach, exactly a year ago, and here we go. I'm going to give you the picture. There it is. That is noticeable. That is noticeable. Has there been beach erosion? Yes. Do I see a lot of rocks sticking out there on the beach? No, I don't. It is noticeable. And you've got the Hilton there. Look at that. Look at that. You cannot deny it now. You have got the Hilton on the left. we got some problems down here, and it's not seaweed. You've got the workers there under the palapa. They've been out working, they've been out raking, and sure, they're taking care of the seaweed and anything, any garbage, anything on this beach here. They make it look good, but you've got less to look good. You know what I mean? There's less beach here. The beach that is here looks good, but look at all these rocks now. What used to be a nice beach into the water there where you could walk right into the water, walking on sand, no longer. It is rock, big rocks, and you can see the Hilton there still has a number of levels of chairs. They've got those bolly beds with those big contraptions with the curtains. They've got 2 rows of that, and they've got 1 row of the loungers out front. Last year they had 2 rows of loungers, and they still had a ton of beach left. That's the problem down here in Playa del Carmen now. It's not the seaweed, it is the beach erosion. It's not pleasant when you want to go into the water and you've got all these big rocks on your feet, hurting you. We have a little bit of seaweed in there. They've cleaned it up. So the seaweed, sargassum is not a situation here, and it won't be for another month probably. But what is the problem is this beach erosion. I was chatting with somebody the other day, and they said they were on that last row of loungers there at the Hilton, and they said that within a span of an afternoon they lost 30 feet of the beach. Now that was all covered by sand. All that right there, all those stones last year were covered by sand. I showed you that in the picture. I've got a whack of pictures from last year. I'll be pulling them out, but sure, the water looks good, sure, the beach looks good, but the beach is disappearing. The beach is going away. And I'm gonna say, now the other guy that I talked to that was on these row of loungers said that he thought 30 feet left in an afternoon. So I'm gonna have to study these pictures, and maybe I'm gonna have to get out with a tape measure or stride and see how many feet of the beach is gone compared to last year. But even if you look up farther ahead, you can see it really kind of even disappears even more. But look at that rock there. You can't really swim in any of that. For the first probably 20 to 30 feet going out there, it's just big stones and rock, and none of that was there last year. I know that for a fact because I just showed you a picture of exactly the same month, the same day, the same time of day, and what the beach looked like. So I think that this next few months that I'm here, it's going to be as much as looking at the seaweed and sargassum situation as it is the beach erosion. And I think I'm going to take pictures in the exact same spot every Saturday to show whether there's been more beach erosion here. Now the beach that's there looks good, but we know from the picture that we're missing another row of loungers out front of the Hilton there. So think about that. Those loungers, let's say they take up 6, 7, 8 feet. Now you're left with a small beach then. So the proof is in the pudding. I said I would bring the pictures out from exactly a year ago. I did that. The Wyndham Ultra on the other side, huge beach erosion. This one, huge beach erosion. It's proven now for me. These pictures are from exactly a year ago. And I'm just gonna kind of walk over here, and we have 3 rows of these kind of chairs. We've got 2 kind of rows where they've got those big contraptions with the curtains, and then we've got 1 row of loungers there. Last year they had another set of loungers out front of that, and if they did that, there would be no beach for people to walk on. And you got to understand, all beaches in Mexico are public beaches. And now what's going on is the Hilton is kind of infiltrating into this public beach area. Well, there's my findings. Another week in Playa del Carmen, Mexico. I just want to say thanks for coming along on the walk with me. I'll say ciao for now. I will be back next Saturday with more pictures comparing and contrasting last year at this time and even this week of this time to see if there's been more beach erosion. Thanks for walking along. See you soon.